Hey everyone, hey Wellness Crew. Today's video is all about my journey to living in alignment and how I've been helped with that so immensely by my Reiki master teacher and life coach, Lisa Moore. You can check out her videos at Lisa Moore TV. That's LISAMOHR TV here on YouTube. She's been just such a really big help for me. And with learning Reiki and the way that she teaches it, right? She doesn't just teach Reiki. She's teaching you Reiki with law of attraction and energy protection, right? It's the Moore method of healing. You can find this at her website if you go to lisamore.com. And the courses are available there, and it's just been such a tremendous help for me personally. The most recent shift that I've seen has been regarding the law of attraction component and aspect. So I've just seen immense abundance recently. And she also has different books that I've read of hers. And I mean, I'm all about Lisa. So I'm all in. And you know, everything that she says though is so spot on for me and really has made a huge impact on my life. And I guess now I know what it feels like to be able to live more in alignment, to live more authentically with my truth, right? I'm a multifaceted person. I'm not just one thing, I'm a lot of things. I think that's true for pretty much everyone, right? And I think that when we're not hiding behind certain masks and when we're not hiding behind certain shields that we tend to have, but when we are protecting ourselves and keeping ourselves safe, of course, protecting our energy, but also attracting things towards us, we really start to see then how in alignment we can be with what our path is supposed to be. It's not so much that I really have had much of not too much of a question of where my path is supposed to go. I knew that I was supposed to, have something to do with helping others, right? And helping others heal. I definitely did not know it was going to have to do with Reiki in any capacity. But I am so glad that it does, because it has helped me immensely with my autoimmune disorder. It has helped me immensely with even mental health component stuff. This is just me personally, all right? I'm not saying that this is a substitute for it. For seeing a psychologist or a psychiatrist or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's a very awesome component that you can use in addition to. And this idea of the things that we speak and the things that we think and the things that we put out there into the universe, right? The things that we're talking about and thinking about and feeling, right? That's all energy, and it's all going to be coming back to us. So it's very important what we're consuming. It's very important what we're putting into our bodies as far as content goes, and as far as like books, media, social media, television, all of those types of things, right? So making little changes and stuff, that's been what I've been doing over the past couple of weeks. And my nervous system initially has been kind of getting a bit of a shock, right? Because it's a bit of a shock to really hone in on the habits and things like that, like the detailed habits that where you can really change things and make things a little bit better for yourself. So my nervous system naturally, now that I'm experiencing a little bit more success personally and more abundance personally, the automatic thing that I'm noticing, and a cycle that I didn't know before, was that I am going to want to go into this self-sabotage mode, right? And that wasn't something that I was anticipating, but that's exactly what started to occur. And that's something that's actually very natural to happen, especially when it's something that you're used to doing. Like you can get to a certain point and then you just can't accept that your life can be this good, or that you feel like you don't deserve certain things, right? You have to change your mentality on, it's not about just earning things. It's also about that you already deserve it. It's already yours, you know? And I know that that's a really tough switch for some people to make, but once you make it, your nervous system, it'll take a little bit to kind of adjust, right? Elisa says it's about like 6 weeks of habit, you know, tuning and adjusting, and you know, tuning your and training your nervous system to be more accepting of these types of things that you're doing and what you're trying to do and change. And I found that to be true, right? So I've really been honing in specifically the last couple of weeks, but I've really found myself guided and living in alignment. Something that I share personally that I don't talk about too much is I have this very strong connection to the Tesla frequency. It's just been something that's been following me my entire life, right? 369, or a variation of it, right? 963, 396, you know, any type of variation of those three numbers. It is something that I'm seeing all the time, and only when I'm doing something that is getting me towards the next place I want to get to, whether it be in my career, whether it be financially, whether it be with my family or stability, or emotionally, or in my relationship, or whatever, right? It's something that I'm picking up on and noticing and seeing tremendously. So it really is important that we pay attention to the signs and to the things that around us, and that we really try to notice when things are happening, because sometimes the universe is trying to give us a clue and trying to let us know, like, hey, this is when you're in flow and this is when you're not in flow. Another example I can give you is I was going for a walk, and I had this, all of a sudden, this heaviness in my legs, and I just got this overwhelming feeling to stop and turn around. I was like, what? I was like, I didn't even really walk as far as I wanted to walk, but okay, I'll just listen to, you know, the universe, whatever. I got 5 minutes from home and it started to rain. So had I walked any further, I would have been really stuck in the hard rain. The good thing was that those 5 minutes, it was a very light, you know, light type of rain, like a drizzle. But if I had been out there any longer, it would have been in this like really heavy downpour type of rain. So, you know, there's certain things that lead me to be very aware that it's not just a coincidence. It's not just a, oh, okay, like if I'm constantly seeing a 12 or a 3 or a 6 or a 9, right? Any iteration of 3. And again, it's 3 is a very significant number in my life. And 369 has been very important in my life in general. But any iteration of that, right? Or like even a time like 339 or 336 or 333 or 639, you know, stuff like that. I mean, I'm seeing it all of the time. And how would I know when to look at the clock? You know, like it's not. It's a little bit crazy. And it's always when I'm doing stuff that, again, that's in alignment with what I want to do. It's when I'm working on my holistic health practitioner coursework. It's when I'm watching my meditation videos that I have for my courses with Lisa. It's when I'm practicing Reiki solo. It's when I'm getting ready to do a remote coaching session. It's when I'm working out. It's when I'm writing, things like that. So it leads me to believe that I'm definitely living in alignment. So there's definitely clues and things that you can kind of look out for to understand that, yes, you're living in alignment, or no, you're not, right? If you kind of feel like things are going wrong, or you kind of just have this overall feeling of like, ugh. But this is one thing I will say. You will, like I said, your nervous system will need to adjust. So you may have moments of this overwhelm, kind of like, can I handle this? Can I do this? This morning, in fact, I actually kind of broke down in tears, and I was like overwhelmed, and I just felt like, am I good enough for this? You know? And I was like, what am I doing? Like, this is just self-sabotaging behavior. This is not energy that I want out in the universe. So even me, like, it's not, as an authenticity coach, it's not about being perfect all the time. And it's not about like you're always going to be the most, perfect or evolved person. No, not at all, right? Everything takes growth. Everything takes, steps, baby steps. But it's amazing how when you're working with somebody like Lisa, that you can really make leaps and bounds, and it's in surges, you know, and it's really been quite impactful on my life. And so I can only encourage you to really check out that YouTube channel and to visit her website and to come be a part of her community, because I'm telling you, we are all growing at such an exponential rate, and we're learning so much, and we're really becoming so much more intuitive, and um, it's just a really amazing thing to see and to be a part of. And I would love for you to be a part of that as well. So thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Be well, stay wild.